I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes to the biggest match of our professional lives. All comes down to today. Now either we heal as a team, or we're gonna crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here and get beaten 6 ways from Sunday, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell, 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I squandered all of my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. That's the part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So's football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. 1/2 a step too late or too early and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're gonna see a guy who's willing to go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's the team, gentlemen. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. Now, what are you gonna do? Come on! We're gonna win!
So I first got into football when I was 6 years old. And the reason why, obviously, everyone around me supported Manchester United and they were very successful. So obviously myself, I just listened to, went with what was going on, and I just played it every single day. When you're that young, you're innocent, and my love for the game just grew. Every single day I'll play it.
So for you, it was those breaks times, those lunch times when you'd be on the pitch?
Oh, it was non-stop. Every time I had a break, I played it. If I had 5 minutes spare, anytime I saw a ball, I'll just play the game. I was at home, I'll kick the ball through the corridors. I was just playing it non-stop.
So look, I used to teach in Shepherd's Bush, and I could hear QPR Stadium roaring on match days. You're someone who's played for professional teams. Is it difficult to make it? How was that experience? Can you take me through it a little bit?
At 16, I got into a pro club. I was pretty lucky. My coach actually was at Fulham, so he naturally brought me for a try at Fulham. I did okay, but I never quite made a grade because they said to me that I had to be better than the players already in my position.
Right.
They said I was as good as them, but I was not better than them. So I obviously didn't get a contract at the time there. So I moved on to a team called Brentford, and they were a lesser team, so they were not as strong. Fulham was in a Premiership at the time, so Brentford were in 2 leagues lower, and it was great. You know, I'll practice 2-3 nights a week.
Right.
I'll play games once a week, and you know, I was getting coached by some of the best coaches, and I was playing along with some of the best players around.
Right.
It was, you know, it was an amazing experience. You know, and then you play in the FA Youth Cup, so the youth version of the FA Cup.
Right.
Playing against all these other teams like Chelsea, you play against Arsenal and so on, and they're young teams. So some of the professionals that you probably see now, you know, we played with them against.
So that must have been quite exciting then.
Oh, you know, it was at that time when you're young. You know, you're fearless, so you don't look at who you're playing against.
Yeah.
You know, but then it comes a time when you get older, and you get to the age of 8. At the time, it was 18. We had the oldest age group was a U19 team.
Right.
So when you get to that border, 18, 19, you get called into the office, and they basically said to me, "Look, you don't have much experience in the men's game. You played youth level. You've done really well, but I don't really. Do you see yourself being better than the current player in your position?"
Right.
And the truth was, in a year or two, can I be better than this guy? The guy was very good, and the answer was no. So he said, you know, if you're not better than this guy in your position within the next 1 or 2 years,
wow,
the club's not the right club for you. So what happened next is I left, naturally. I went through a period of time where I just wasn't interested in the game.
So you became very apathetic.
Apathetic, exactly. So luckily I had the right, you know, my parents were, they're very smart parents. I was at college as well, studying at the time, and I just finished.
So hold on, sorry, you just told me that you were actually studying at the same time while you were also playing football. Now, I've got students who tell me that they're going to give up school, they don't need school, you know, they're very good on the pitch, so they're going to be a footballer. Why did you find it important to also study while you were being coached and trained by a professional team?
It was from my upbringing. You know, my parents always believed that education is very important, even though I never. The only thing I wanted to do is play football. Yep. So what happened with one of the people I'll know exactly was he never had as good as education I did because he wasn't at school. So when he left, his world fell apart.
Oh God.
He didn't have the education to fall back on, and he just loved the game, and he thought he was going to make it. He literally was convinced he was going to make it. So when he never made it, he couldn't take it. He went off the game, and it happens to a lot of people. He stopped playing the game. He never had nothing to fall back on. So when he looked for work, he never had any coach. He never had any qualifications. He never had anything. So he was underqualified for work. So he couldn't find work easily. But on the other hand, I still had my college certificates to fall back on. So I could apply for uni and get into uni. So there was a difference. So players that put all the eggs in one basket, it's a dilemma. Some of the things that people don't necessarily see unless they're at a professional club is the work rate, how hard these professionals actually work off camera. What people see is the glamour, you know, the nice lifestyle, them playing with a smile on their face, but it takes a lot of hard work to get there. You need to be confident enough to know that you make it. Believe in your ability, definitely believe in your ability, but always have at the back of your mind, I need a backup plan, I need a plan B. Education is very important, very important. You can't get anywhere without education. Even when you've been a professional player and you've retired, what are you going to do next? Not everyone can go into TV business. Not everybody can go into coaching. Sometimes it's not for you. So you need something to fall back on. And that's where education becomes important.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.